Hi guys, my name's Joel. I'm going to be showing you today how to add a post to WordPress and just going over a few of the images and how to size them, as well as video and formatting of some text. So what we're going to start doing is I'm going to show you guys how, through Photoshop first, how to size and format the images to keep a consistent look with the site, so it doesn't look too jagged edged and whatever. So I'm going to open up the test JPEG that I have here. You're going to see we're going to go over to image size, and you're going to see that it's 700 by 500 pixels wide. And what you want to have checked to keep the constrained proportions, that keeps the aspect ratio of the image so it doesn't get squished horizontally or vertically. We're going to put in 615. Now that is the max width of the body at which the post is held on the site, and that maximizes like the viewing area and all that. And that this size makes sure that nothing goes outside of it, but it also lines up with the text nice. So 615, and then you're going to see it throws in the second number here. That's what we want. It maintains the aspect ratio by constraining the proportions. You hit OK, makes it smaller. If you didn't constrain proportions, you're going to get a squished image. So if you uncheck that and go to 615, it keeps it at 500. So you're going to see it squishes it this way. That's not what we want. So I'll redo that. 615 by 439, hit OK. And then if you're in here in Photoshop, you're going to go to File, Save for Web and Devices. And you're probably going to see a few different options on your side of things, and maybe you're going to see the original, optimized, 2-up, and 4-up. I usually have it in this, but we're going to have, this is your original. Over here, you're going to go to JPEG. JPEG, and it throws in a medium default setting, which is fine for right now. We're going to save that out, and it's just going to be test JPEG. We're going to save that as 1 because I already have one. Don't want to overwrite. Okay. So that's the one size. That's the larger of the two. The other size is 300. And you're just going to follow those same steps for something as 300. If you do not have Photoshop, however, and you are kind of just looking to size some images quick, but keep them at the same aspect ratio, here's a nice little site that will resize them for you. You go to Choose File, go up to the folder that your image is in, and here we have that one. Yeah, we'll do that. So you upload that, hit continue, and it shows you pretty much where you're seeing before it's resized any. So we don't want it 50% smaller. We want it, custom sized. So the width we want it at 615. However, it says percent right here, and you can see I've done this. We're going to change it to pixels. Now, we'll see if it actually does it without the height. It says optional. And we'll hit done. Make sure it's at JPEG. There's a few qualities that you can have. We'll just keep it up better. I'm done. And you can see it did actually find the right size. It didn't have to ask you for two sizes, just one. Keeps it at the aspect ratio, and then gives you the right numbers. And what you do here is you have a few options, but this is one you want. Save to disk. It's going to ask you where to save it. And it puts the RSZ_test, that's resize test, and we'll just save that back where it was. Save. And you do that same way you would with 300 sized image. Okay, so now we have our two images in here, and you can kind of see, no, don't want to save. I have the two that I made before making this. So we're going to take those two and bring them into WordPress. Over here we have our WordPress. After you've logged in, you're going to go over here to your Posts tab under Posts, and you're going to see all the ones you've made or maybe haven't made before. So you're going to go to Add New, and in here you're going to go up on the top here, and you'll usually be in the Visual tab. You'll see an Add Image, and you're going to go from Computer, select Files, and find the folder or place that they're saved. And these two are the ones we want. And just Shift or Command click, and you can select multiple pictures if you have possibly a few you want to add. Just hit Open, and you'll see a little loading bars. And since they're small, it doesn't take very long. So we're just going to go to Show, and this is the title. You want to keep this kind of short, maybe just abbreviated to maybe who is in the picture, what the event was, or possibly, what it's about. We're just going to put this one as 615 wide. We don't need a description. All that is for search engine optimization. Most times you're going to have the link URL, and what this does is if you click on the image, it takes you to an empty container with only the image on a page. We're going to get rid of that. If you wanted to have that possibly go to a bigger version of the image, that's fine, but in that case you would have to have two image sizes. We're just sticking to one. So after you have that one, you're going to hit Insert into Post, and it will show up here in the window. We're going to keep that as the top image. And if you had wanted this maybe to not be the top image, you could kind of go back and replace it afterwards. Like, let's say I didn't want the image below some text that I'm going to type. I want the image above that. And the easiest way to do that is it's really where your cursor is that it'll put the image in. So if you went back and you go to your media library, find the 615 again. Okay. Leave that. I'm going to leave it left aligned, full size, insert into Post. Actually, what we'll do too, yeah, you insert it first. And you kind of see it looks a little goofy here, but that's fine. For the smaller images, we're going to add borders, and I'll show you that here in a sec. But if you do a quick return, and then go back up to Add Image, Media Library, and we're going to go to the 300 one. We'll just leave it at 300 pics, that's fine. Delete this. Left align, full size. Insert it into Post. And you'll see that throws it down at the bottom, which is okay. But for the smaller ones, we want to add a border so that, and you'll see when I throw in text here in a second, what the border does as far as formatting of the text. And as far as the two images, they'll pretty much be snug to the left, always. But let's say you wanted to add some text now. You could type it in, however, or if you're doing it in like a rich text editor and you already have like something written, which I have just some placeholder text here. Select all, copy, and we're just going to highlight that, not the image, paste, and you can kind of see it just finds its way around the images. Okay, so we'll go in here, and if you click on the image, you'll see you can delete it or edit the settings. And this, you can kind of say, hey, well, maybe I want it on the right. What I want to try to keep is a consistent look, so we're going to go with the left. You go to advanced settings here, and what it says is the formatting, the CSS styling of it. Right here, you could say, it just says the width of the image, the image name, the full width, some tags that are associated with the code. But what we're going to do is add a 10 border, and it throws in there black. You just want to type white. You can kind of see it doing it as we're working. And that's really all you have to worry about as far as that one. Okay? If you select it, you'll see the border. And this one, we're going to do the same, mainly because it's really snug up against that black edge. And for reading, that's kind of hard to, it just messes with the eye. So we're also going to do that there. Go back over to advanced settings, add a 10 border, black, or white rather, that is black, we want it white, and just hit update. And you'll see now that border right there, and when you click off it, you can't really tell, but it just adds that little bit of breathing room around your body copy. Okay, so let's say this is what you wanted, or maybe we'll delete this and we'll put it in more, like we'll return and put the image in here. You put it in the wrong spot and you want to replace it. 300. Delete this again. Like I said, this isn't all that important, deleting that, but I like to do that so you're not clicking and making new windows for the person viewing it. Insert into post. And you can see it throws it in there where you had your cursor. We'll go back into the advanced. 10. White. And update. So now it formats all that around there. So I might want to add too that it's a good thing to not end with a picture. It's okay if you place the image in after you've done your typing. Say you wanted to sign this post, as in test post, and we'll just say I want it bold italics so people know that I wrote this. All right. Now, if you wanted to see how this is going to look, but you didn't necessarily want it to post, or maybe you wanted to work on it later, you could save a draft and then hit preview. It'll open a new tab. Taking its time. But what this will do is it'll load everything as if it were actually loaded onto the site. And you can kind of see that the top image goes in, the text goes down around the image, and you'll get some formatting stuff. That is all right. And then here's the signature.